Tuesday, January 18th, 2022. We're looking at the gold, price of gold. Steady channel up here. This looks really good. Strong support. We're above all the moving averages. We've got a little bit of a trend line here. We're just hanging in on support. A little bit of a challenge to kind of get through this point here. This trend line here has been definitely a hard one to break through. It's been a pretty strong resistance. Right now we're looking at 1850, talking against the US dollar. One thing I wanted to really point out here that I don't think a lot of people are talking about, if we go look at the US dollar to Japanese yen, we'll go on to a longer time frame here so we can see this a little better. So if you look, we've had some high points here. So all the way back from 1998, 2015, and now here in 2022. I think the US dollar is going to be struggling to break through this point here. May even come back down. And if we actually look at the US dollar index on its own, we're kind of looking at the same thing here. So, maybe are we not quite up into the top of this top resistance band? Yeah, maybe we got a little bit more ways to go, but when we zoom in here a little, I'll point out that the reason why I'm looking at this is gold typically is going to be inverse of the US dollar. So, if the US dollar is looking like it's going to come down, then that's going to be pretty bullish for gold. So as you can see, we have this one trend line. US dollar broke out quite convincingly. Came to its first resistance point. Looks like it's doing a back test. This is going to be probably a critical point here to watch to see what happens with the US dollar, and that will kind of give us an indicator of what gold's going to do. But oil is kind of helping us out a little too. I mean, it's a major commodity, and it's really going quite hard and heavy here. So, we broke out here too with a nice daily breakout candle, breaking over our kind of long-term high here for many years. Apologize, we get a scaling issue here with oil when we leave it on auto. So oil, right now is looking pretty strong. I think we kind of got this upward channel right here. I think we might even be looking to run into that. We've got a few intersecting lines coming in there around that $95 mark. So, as usually when oil is strong, the US dollar isn't so much as strong. So, we can look at one other thing. TLT bonds. Typically, gold is going to go with TLT. So if the bond market is strong, gold will be strong. Not always. There are instances where they kind of diverge and go apart. If the US dollar is kind of at a peak point on hitting a high resistance line, and TLT looks like it might be breaking down, going to the daily. Yeah, we definitely got a good break there. So, some might say that's not good for gold, but at some point when you're looking between the dollar, bonds, and gold and where to put your money, it's kind of looking like a place that might get the nod out of that trifecta. Sure, let's go look at Bitcoin for a minute here in case anyone's trading Bitcoin. Really flirting flirting with this trend line here. I mean, I think it's going to be dependent on what the dollar does as well. So I mean, it's been a long-term trend going back several years. We can find a lot of points along this trend line that we're looking at here. So hard to say. I think for us to break this line down, the US dollar has some work to do. And if the US dollar has some work to do, and the euro would have some work to do, and the yen would have some work to do, or at least a failure. I mean, basically the euro would have to fail this strong support line here for the US dollar really to gain some traction. So just I'm not seeing the US dollar having a lot of oomph left here. I think that's going to be good for gold. So keep an eye on it. We'll send out more updates as things change over the next couple of days. But hopefully I'll get a little better at these videos and we can do some good content that'll help you in your trading. Thanks.